Hospitals. We've all gone to them for one reason or another. But have you ever wondered what happens behind the scenes, behind the nurses, the doctors, and administration? How does management make sure that these institutions function as efficiently as possible? What kind of tools do they use? Hi, my name is Andrea Yzeiri, and I'm a third-year business and political science student at the University of Windsor. Today, I'm going to be discussing my research topic, which is composite index creation using AHP, efficiency optimization of the healthcare industry. However, before I begin, I would like to thank Dr. Fazil Baki for working with me these past 2 years on this research, as well as Dr. Simon Dutoit, the OS coordinator. So today, I'm going to talk a little bit about what is this internal determinant tool and the methodology behind it, AHP. I'm going to start with AHP. AHP is the analytical hierarchy process. It allows you to make decisions on complex multi-criteria decision-making problems. Now, it can be summarized in 6 simple steps. First, you create a hierarchy. Second, you set your criteria. Third, you're going to be making pairwise comparisons based off of your criteria. Then, you're going to standardize your pairwise comparison matrix. You're going to calculate your consistency to make sure that you minimize the amount of human error from these pairwise comparisons. And finally, based off of the mathematical formulation that you have, you're going to make a decision. Now you might be wondering, how am I going to incorporate this into a composite index? And what even is a composite index? Well, a composite index is much like an index, except you are able to see the composition of this index and see the sub-criteria within it. So you're going to have a hierarchy. In which case, for example, let's say that this internal management team finds out that they're functioning 76% efficiently. They're able to go down their index and determine exactly which points are not as efficient as they should be. So this is why this is an internal determinant tool. It is able to allow you to mathematically pinpoint the problems that you are having within the hospital, whether that be qualitative or quantitative, because pairwise comparisons allow you to do both, and you are able to determine any way that you would like to fix that problem. So that is why it's only used internally. Now you might be asking again, how are we incorporating AHP into this? AHP within this composite index is going to be used first to determine the weights, to run the pairwise comparisons, as well as to create the hierarchy. Let me paint you a picture of the type of world that I hope my research is going to contribute to. I want to help create a world where quality of life for the sick is improved as much as possible, where death within hospitals become outliers, where human error is minimized to the point that it is practically not there. And that is innovation.